All I know is I was there looking at him, looking at them, the victims who are trying to recover from the tragedy. Not more of the physical trauma, but more so emotional and spiritual traumas we have been through. And when you see them, there's a visit the hospitals, also you will find so painful for them to look at these people who have been trying to recover from their injury, much more with the psychological, the emotional trauma that have been having all these days. And up to now, they're still counting victims of this tragedy. What it is to us who are in this season of waiting. That's why Adventus from the Latin word, waiting, expecting. Because there are two phases of this Sunday's preparation for liturgy, for the season of Advent. One, as we wait, is the preparation. How are we preparing? Am I preparing something that is physical or something financial? My preparation, I'm thinking about the coming of Christmas, so I have to prepare this one, apportion my money to those people whom I would be giving this money, or gifts that are to be prepared to be given out during Christmas, or something that is relational in nature. There might be no material involved, but this is something very hard to prepare, is emotional. Am I now prepared to welcome God by forgiving those who have wronged me? Question. Because as part of my waiting is cleansing myself, I have to cleanse myself so that I would be clean in the coming of the Lord. But a question that He might ask us and for us to reflect on, do we want ourselves to be free? Free from the burden of that is holding us forgiving these persons who have wronged us? Maybe from the external point of view, it's very easy that I forgive you. That's one side. The lip service. I forgive you. It's easy to utter that word. But when I begin to examine from within, does my forgiveness that comes from my mouth speaks genuinely? Is it coming from the heart? As Mother Teresa would have said many times, she said, your forgiveness will only be genuine if it must be coming from the heart and you feel the pain. And that is why you have invested love and the forgiveness, because there is pain. You feel love is that love until it hurts. What a description of Mother Teresa. If I wanted to forgive people who have wronged me, is it but not fair that I ask the Lord, Lord, forgive me for what I have done? Then the Lord, I forgive you. Are you then now ready to forgive, coming from the heart, those people who have wronged you? Right? That as well be difficult to answer. Especially if there had been we were so wounded by that, and the pain is so deep. We're so wounded that it broke us almost. And that is why the hate and the anger is there. But if we think about this hate and anger, let us also think that we are not punishing those people. You're angry with the other people, with your friend who betray you, and you think that in the process you are punishing him by not talking to him. Maybe, but 90% of you will say you are punishing yourself. Because who gets the high blood each time you get angry? Is it the person you are angry for, or is it you who are going to the hospital and buy losartan for your maintenance? Is it not our blood pressure rising up also? Are all the function of our bodies, our cells are getting dead because of this anger. It will eat all kinds and will kill all kinds of life-giving cells so that it would weaken our bodies. That we cannot anymore feel the pain of others who are in need of our forgiveness. If this is the kind of preparation, it's really difficult because this is coming from inside. I could just pretend from the outside, oh, I forgive you already. I forgive them already. It's all right with me. I don't harbor any ill feeling towards other people. But if I am alone and giving them opportunity to look inside, that is why the difficulty here is not looking outside, looking inside and look at what is there. Is my forgiveness genuine? Then we only have that for ourselves to answer that word for this. And maybe at this point we could say, Lord, I am trying. I am actually agonizing because there is pain. I cannot let go of this pain. I am angry towards this person because of the experience that I had with this person. Experience of betrayal. Experience of mistrust. The experience of being abandoned. The experience of being scammed. And all these things. So it pains us. But God said, if you do not feel the pain of forgiving, then that is not a genuine forgiveness. So we have to go through that. That's just what I said before. The metamorphosis of the butterfly in motion. That it has to go through all stages. And that is why we go to grieving. We feel the pain of the loss. We grieve. Before we have come to finally, I have accepted the things that happened to me because I have gone through the process of grieving. If you have that, then that must be denial. You are in the state of denial because you have that grief for the loss of something that is valuable to us. We only know that these things are valuable when we feel their absence in us. We will try to look for them. Then we can say that these people are valuable to me because when they are gone, we try to look for them. And that letting go of something that strengthens us. Because in every experience, we learn the lesson. We learn the lesson of letting go this experience because if we keep on holding on, it will all the more bring us to pain and desperation. And so, this season, the beginning of this Advent season, this Sunday, is asking us to let go and let God in ourselves. This is the charismatic way. Let go of the pain and replace it with the love of God. It's hard, but it is the Spirit of Jesus moving in us. Nothing is impossible. Amen? And so let us now express our faith by saying, I believe in one God.